If you haven't heard of solar panels, you've at least seen them almost everywhere. If you haven't seen the fields that people fill with the panels, then you've at least seen the personal ones people usually attach to their roof. Solar panels are the oldest of the renewable energy family, harvesting our most powerful energy hub, the sun. It's been said that 1 hour of power from the sun is equivalent to more than the entire world uses in a year. Sadly speaking, solar panels haven't been able to harvest the entirety of power from the sun. This point has been a main spot of critique for the energy source. However, as we progress into the future of solar panels, bigger accomplishments are getting made every year. Earlier this summer, the US Department of Energy's National Renewable Energy Laboratory set a new solar efficiency record of 39.5%. They were able to boost efficiency percentages by altering the technology behind the panels. The NREL uses IMM cells. What are IMM cells? Great question. IMM stands for Inverted Metamorphic Multi-Junction. These cells are consistent of 3 separate layers. These layers all accept different amounts of light, creating an optimized amount of energy accepted. The absorption rate seemed to be up by 6.58. In 2017, the absorption rate was measured at 19.72 milliamps per square centimeter, and in 2022, it's now 26.3 milliamps per square centimeter. This is tremendous progress from where we once were. The overall absorption rate has been the given numerical value of 21%, with it being noted this number should continue rising with future tweaks. As we can see, solar panels are growing as we know it, new technology is being advanced every single day. The more we keep supporting the ways of renewable energy, the more progress it seems to make. Besides a boost in efficiency, what else have solar panels done? If you're curious about the answer to this question, continue watching this video to find out. And if you enjoy educational content about technology, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up so that we continue making this content. Alright, back to the video. In technology, every so often a new invention will come along and genuinely revolutionize the scientific energy world. And something that has come along that has revolutionized solar panels as we know it, perovskites. What? Yes, perovskites. They're a group of synthetic materials that are defined by their crystallographic structure. Okay, I know you're probably still like, what does that mean? In layman's terms, they easily coat structures. These semiconductors can convert the energy-rich blue spectrum of sunlight into energy. This is a step further than what we're currently into. A major reason as to why this is such a great realization is because it's financially cheaper as well. With lighter materials, it makes it easier to sustain. MIT News published a quote saying, "These materials would also be lightweight, cheap to produce, and as efficient as today's leading photovoltaic materials, which are mainly silicon." They're the subject of increasing research and investment, but companies looking to harness their potential do have to address some remaining hurdles before perovskite-based solar cells can be commercially competitive. The financial cost being less creates a real difference in the market for these semiconductors. Perovskites have the big 3: cheap, efficient, and lightweight. As expected, perovskites aren't perfect. With the major pro of their material being lightweight, it also means that on the other hand, they're extremely fragile. Fragility is not ideal when the material is going to be against nature's triumphs, such as rain, hail, snow, etc. There have even been discussions on how the cells were extremely fragile within the lab, and if they can't be contained within a controlled environment, that doesn't look good for the cells, especially with weather issues. Around springtime, it had been in talks that the cells were getting an upgrade to be more physically reliant by adding a layer of organometallic material to optimize the efficiency of the cell. With these strides, researchers want to expand upon making these organic cells. Organic power cells are made by printing photovoltaic material onto flexible materials, plastic sheets for example. The silicon cells have been tested to be compatible for indoors, which means they can be used for smart devices such as speakers, sensors, smartwatches, etc. So even without direct sunlight, they seem to function for inside uses. These cells have a lackluster efficiency rate of 10%, but can be used for up to 20 years. There are multiple companies right now mass-producing these organic solar power cells. A good example of this is a current German startup named Heliotech, which has started mass-producing these cells this year. Heliotech posted on their research website, Heliotech has developed and built its own research production line, which was commissioned in 2012. Moreover, Heliotech has created its own development and testing facility, with extensive internal testing procedures and tools. In this way, a unique-to-the-world production process, thermal evaporation under a vacuum in a roll-to-roll process, was established and transferred to the current series production. Another startup working towards mass production of these organic cells would have to be Sunnu, a Brazilian organization. Heliotech is on the path to mass produce more than Sunnu, but both are notable for their achievements in this scientific sector. No matter the amount produced, even a small amount could power smaller technologies. Scientists and researchers have been making new developments in the past years to create more optimal cells at any size, meaning for solar panels and everyday technology like cell phones and tablets. So, with the upcoming research, what does that mean for our future in solar panels? What does it mean for the solar industry? What do we think these developers actually mean? Scientists have been discussing new ways to create these organic cells and making them more cost-efficient. With trying to mass-produce anything, it has its financial limitations, but especially as the efficiency level of these cells are reaching, the University of Surrey's honeycomb design seems to face these issues head-on. The cells are designed to use less silicon than previous models. People might notice the extra texture, which people might equate to thickness, but it is actually still relatively thin. Even with the innovative design, it still has been difficult to get people back at it. There has been struggles with growing through manufacturing because of the struggle of finding investors for financial support. As important as it has been to find methods to create a renewable cell like this one, it is still a business, with some focus on shifting on some better business strategies would help get this cell fully off its feet. The perovskite cells that are on the market haven't been holding up to their hype. People have been disappointed with the actual application of the cells. These specific cells lose about 10% of their efficiency in the field after a few months. The lifespans of these cells are not holding up to what they have been speculating in the labs. Perovskite has a tough act to follow against silicon, which loses 20% efficiency over 30 years. There definitely seems to be some kinks that need to be worked out throughout the manufacturing process and in the lab. When reflecting on everything, there seems to be two methods of creating optimal solar panels. You either seem to be Team Perovskite or Team Silicon. Both have their issues and positives in the overall scheme of things. Perovskites seem to have issues with being implemented into the field because of their fragility and not long lifespan. It has rapid draining efficiency. Whereas silicon has a very long lifespan, but it is an expensive cell to create. It's hard overall in the renewable energy business because of the lack of support from surrounding businesses and societal opinions. Solar energy takes up a huge portion of renewable energy, and is one of the oldest/most reliable sources of power. It's common sense as to why these cells are needed to create a more optimal option for solar energy as a whole. As you think back to this video, what kind of cell makes the most sense to mass produce? How do you feel about solar energy as a whole? Do you think it's the future of renewable energy? We love hearing all of your opinions, so make sure to comment down below all of your thoughts on the recent solar panel breakthroughs. If you enjoyed this video and all the knowledge of perovskite cells, please hit subscribe to get more content just like it. And double check that you hit the notification bell to get alerts when we post new videos. And of course, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.